Good morning and welcome back to Unlocked Crafts. Today we're doing the peacock. Hopefully you'll enjoy the video, and here we go. Okay, here we are doing our outline in black rice. I have already traced it on the board for us. And as you can see, I'm doing my normal follow the line of the glue line that I'm placing down. I did the eye already here, as you can see, and the beak. And as you can see, I'm just placing the rice onto the board following the glue line. This is the other half of the peacock, and I'm doing the same thing. As you can see, I lay down the rice and then follow the lines. Here I'm filling in the neck portion of it, and of course I outline around the black rice that I've already laid down to fill it in, and then I just continue following my glue line that I've laid down to fill it in. And I continue just very repetitive, as usual, of laying down the glue and laying down the rice. And as you can see here, I'm just filling it up, and I will cut the pieces so that they fit into the neck area that you see me filling up right there. I had to cut a piece for that small portion of the neck that you just saw me fill in. And then I just continue following the glue line and filling in the rice and cutting as I need. Here I am working on the larger peacock. As you can see, I've already filled in the smaller feathers with the blue, and here I'm filling in the small circles first, outlining the small circle with the blue rice, and then of course I will let that dry as I fill in each circle and then go around that. And while that's drying, what I'm doing here is filling in the bottom portion of feathers, well, the side feathers actually here. So as it goes along, I am filling in the smaller portion of the feather line right there, while the small blue circles are drying so that I don't move the rice around too much. And I'm just filling that in. And I just continue my work by filling in the rice and glue. Right here, this is a lighter blue that's next to the dark blue, so it looks kind of white rather than light blue. But I'm just filling in with the light blue around the dark rice, just so that as I go along, each section of the feather will be filled in. This was a little bit more detailed than the normal rice projects that I do, so you can see exactly what I was doing there. Here I'm outlining again with the black rice because I had sanded that down to add an extra color or two to the feathers, because I decided to add another color to it. So I had to scrape that away and re-put the black outline that I originally had there, because I had sanded it down and taken away the dark blue and everything else. And here we are filling in the skyline. She didn't want a whole lot of sky in there, so we just put a little bit in there, and I'm just filling that in as the background part of the image. Here I'm working on the green. I decided to put some more like flowers in for the background edges. Just small little flowers like a field would if you were looking at it from a distance. So it wasn't a full flower here. I just put a couple of small pieces of rice in that place just to make it look like a little flower, what might have been growing there. And that's what I did with a lot of the smaller pieces that I put in there. And then I surrounded it with the green background because she wanted mostly field to be shown for the background of this project. Here I'm doing some more of the green up by the neck area, and as you can see I already laid down the glue and I am filling it in with the green background. when you see my fingers in there, I'm actually pushing the rice down so that it will mesh with the board so it don't pop up. And I'm just following the line and everything else. And as it gets filled in further, I will cut smaller pieces of grains of rice to make it fit. And I'm just following along, pouring the glue and then putting the rice in there. And as it fills up, you might have to, well, I did have to put smaller pieces of rice in there, so I would have to cut them and place them in there so that they would fit. And anybody, can do this. And I'm very detail oriented, so I actually made sure that it was mostly rice in there and not too many blank spots. Here I'm filling around the flower that I already placed where I wanted it. So I'm just filling in the green around the flowers. You already see that I had filled in around the purple flower towards the bottom there. And I'm just finishing up the board here basically and just working around this other flower that I had put on the board. And I'll fill it in all the way around the flower, and I'll be putting down the green background as you see here. And I speeded it up so that you guys could see what was going on, but also I wanted to show you how I was doing this. And I just laid down the glue and then laid down the rice around the flower so that it would be not as blank around it, and the little small spaces are being filled in right here. And I laid down the glue and I laid down the rice as usual. It was a lot of detail work. It was interesting, and in the end she really liked it, so that's all that that was my goal, is to have my customer like what I was creating for her. And there you see me putting the glue line down. And yeah, I put a lot of glue there because I was just going at it. Glue, rice. But I didn't want to put too much glue down at one time, which I didn't, because otherwise it will dry too quickly and your rice will not stick to it. Here I'm just finishing up. As you can see, just laying down the rice and everything. I was filling in some blanks around the edging of where she wanted the rice to stop. Thank you for watching the tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button on the bottom. And have a great day.